Okay, now we're south of Winnetka Road on Lagoon.
And Joe's filming, and the house he's filming on the right I sold quite a few years ago. Had a beautiful view of the forest preserve. And we have had listings on this street in the past. It's a lovely street looking at the forest preserve.
And it's very private because there's no reason to go down here unless you live down here.
That's true. We did her landscaping many years ago.
We meaning...
Oh, this curves around. I didn't know that. So now we're on...
Yeah, this curves around to frontage.
Frontage road on the Edens Expressway.
Right, so you might have some expressway noise if you lived in one of these homes. But you know what? I like some ambient noise. Not too loud, of course, but it doesn't bother me at all.
Well, and the value you get of the houses is probably worth the ambient.
Okay, now we're going east on Winnetka Road.
And we're only about 200 feet north of the park, or south of the park we just filmed. So it's all within, these homes also access the park, very convenient, and the bicycle trails, and eventually the horse trails.
So back at the Forest Preserve.
You'll often see the new Trier teams running or doing some of their extra practices.
And you'll often see deer here, especially at twilight. They're just out in the fields grazing.
And sometimes some fisher folk. Now we're entering into the area. This will be like Meadowview, Winnetka.
And this is Northfield. Is this Northfield?
This is all Northfield.
Northfield.
I always thought this was Winnetka. That's interesting.
It's Avoca Schools, and I think some of it is a Winnetka address. I'm not sure that it is a Northfield address.
Yeah, they have Northfield addresses. I'll turn on Winfield.
And here's, of course, the nursery.
Now we're at Hibbard, heading south on Hibbard. Hibbard Road Gardens.
And these are really luxury homes back in here. There are several new ones. In fact, I think some are still under construction, but there have been some recent tear downs and quite a few big homes being built. There are some older homes too that are beautiful.
When I went to grade school, some of these homes still had horses and areas for the horses.
Here's Winfield Drive. We're heading west.
Yep.
These homes come with quite a bit of property. Beautiful lawns, nicely landscaped.
Much larger homes here. What kind of a price range have we stepped up into?
For about $2.5, $2.7.
And there's one currently, although it doesn't have it only has a partial basement, a smaller home, about 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and it's listed at $1,038,000.
So pretty much everything in here is going to be upwards of $1 million, would you say?
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
And into the twos. The one we're driving past was into the $2 million range.
And this one has a pool, for example. Many of these, I think, have their own private pools in the backyard. So this is all Northfield, Meadowview Drive.
And you can take Meadowview, if you were to take Meadowview north, where instead we're going south, you would then end up back at Hibbard Road. They do kind of mean
very large lots here, and these are backing up to the Forest Preserve also, aren't they?
Yes, the ones you're filming currently are.
Right, so you might have deer in your backyard here.
What about those coyotes you were worrying about, Bonnie?
The coyotes prey on small dogs.
Do they really?
Yes, they do. So you have to watch out. If you have a small dog, you either have to get a fenced yard or look elsewhere, I would say.
Oh, there was a house that sold on Meadowview for, that's probably the one we just drove by.
Is it like?
Yep, for $2,895,000. It was
really lovely. It's really a lovely area.
On Meadowview.
And what realtors would call some elegant homes in here.
They are elegant. elegant.
They are elegant.
One of my favorite words.
And you are right across from Woodley Road, which has a Winnetka address.
But parts of which are unincorporated, aren't they?
It goes to the same school. It is unincorporated, that's true, and the school district is also Avoca School District. And Marie Murphy Junior High, and again, New Trier for high school.
I'd like to take us west on Winnetka Road, and then again south into areas that I don't think everybody knows that the area is part of Northfield. I think most people think it's Glenview because for the most part Winnetka Road separates Northfield from the other suburbs.
And actually right at this point where Bonnie's going to make the turn at the light at Hibbard Road in Winnetka, on the east Winnetka Road or Winnetka Avenue is called Hill Road, and on the west it's called Winnetka Avenue, so that leads to some confusion when you're giving people directions.
Yes, it does, and even if you distinguish between avenue and road, because a little farther on over by New Trier's Northfield campus, it's called Winnetka Road, so that if you put it in your GPS wrong, you can't find it.
That's a good thing to know. Maybe they need to stick with one of our maps. If you'd like a real map where you can get all the coordinates that go with everything online for the listings, just call Bonnie and Linda at Caldwell Banker, 847-446-4500. We'd be happy to send you a real map that'll work for any of those internet listings.
Or look us up on NorthfieldBuzz.com and we'll have maps there. Okay, we're going over the Edens Expressway.
That is being reworked currently. Oh, Joe's filming, I hope, the back of New Trier campus, the West Campus. I was in the first graduating class there and I have fond memories of it. It's a great place. They have lots of sporting events presently now for New Trier in general. And they have the football field here now, and the 9th grade or freshman class is also